Hello, my dears. You probably think heart attacks are always loud. That unmistakable, crushing pain in the chest. You picture someone gasping, collapsing, clutching their chest, while everyone around them panics. But what if I told you that? In 2025, thousands of people in the US and around the world are dying quietly? No warning, no pain, no signs you'd recognize as a heart attack. Welcome to the era of the silent heart attack. A killer so sneaky, it's often completely missed. And the scariest part? Many of those who survive don't even know it happened until it's too late to fix the damage. That's right. A heart attack without chest pain isn't just real. It's rising, fast, and you need to know what to look for before it looks for you. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt unusually tired, even after a full night's sleep? Or maybe you noticed a sudden shortness of breath while climbing stairs. A weird discomfort in your upper back or jaw. Maybe you felt dizzy for no reason, or just off. You brushed it off. Thought you were just tired. Maybe stressed. Maybe sleep deprived. But what if that was your heart's only warning cry? Before a silent attack? This isn't fear-mongering. It's a documented rising trend, especially in people over 40, women, diabetics, and even fit, healthy-looking adults who don't realize they're at risk. These aren't the heart attacks you see in movies. These are the real ones that don't make a sound. The medical term is silent myocardial infarction. It means part of your heart stopped receiving blood, usually due to a blocked artery. But you didn't feel the dramatic symptoms. No sharp chest pain. No numbness down the left arm. Just subtle signs. Far too easy to ignore. And here's the kicker. These silent attacks still damage your heart. They still raise your risk of sudden death, heart failure, or a massive second heart attack down the road. You may be walking around not even knowing a part of your heart is already dead. Literally. In 2025, cardiologists are sounding the alarm louder than ever. Why? Because this phenomenon is becoming more common, especially among those living fast-paced, high-stress lives. People who eat ultra-processed food, sit all day, and unknowingly carry chronic inflammation. But here's the truth. Even if you're careful, even if you exercise and eat clean, age, family history, blood pressure, and cholesterol can quietly work against you. And the longer a silent attack goes undiagnosed, the worse your outcome becomes. So let's break it down. What are the signs? What should you never ignore? First, unexplained fatigue. Not just that afternoon slump. We're talking about a deep exhaustion that makes simple tasks feel harder than they should. Why? Your heart might not be pumping efficiently anymore. Second, mild shortness of breath, especially during activities that never used to tire you out. Third, strange pain in your jaw, upper back, or even your stomach. Fourth, lightheadedness, cold sweats, or nausea. These are often dismissed as stress or indigestion, but they're real red flags, especially if they come out of nowhere. And here's something many people don't realize. Women experience heart attacks differently than men. For many women, there is no chest pain. Instead, symptoms show up as vague discomfort, like anxiety, heartburn, or dizziness. That's why silent heart attacks are more commonly missed in women, leading to worse outcomes. And diabetics? They're also in the danger zone, God. Why? Because their nerve endings are often dulled, meaning they might not even feel pain during a serious cardiac event. Silent, deadly, misunderstood. So what can you do? First, don't wait for dramatic symptoms. Be proactive. Get regular heart screenings, especially after age 40. Know your numbers: blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, resting heart rate. If you have a family history of heart disease, don't ignore it. And if you ever feel off, physically or emotionally, take it seriously. The number one regret survivors of silent heart attacks share: they ignored their body's whispers. If you smoke, quit today. If you sit too much, start moving. Even walking 30 minutes a day can make a huge difference. Cut back on processed sugar and sodium. Manage your stress. Seriously. Chronic stress doesn't just hurt your mind. It's a slow poison for your heart. And don't fall into the trap of thinking, I'm too young. Heart disease isn't just a condition of the elderly anymore. It's a disease of habits. And habits start doing damage long before your 60s. You might be wondering, how do I even know if I had a silent heart attack in the past? Doctors can use an EKG, echocardiogram, or cardiac MRI to spot signs of past damage. But more importantly, they can assess your risk moving forward. Because when caught early, heart disease is not a death sentence. In fact, with the right steps, many people reverse years of damage and live full, vibrant lives. But that only happens when you pay attention, when you ask questions, when you take action. Here's the truth. Heart doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers. A flutter, a pause, a tiny shift in how you feel. And those whispers matter. The most dangerous heart attacks are the ones you never knew were happening. So please share this video. Talk to your loved ones, especially those over 35. You could save someone's life, maybe your own. Don't wait for pain. Don't wait for collapse. Listen now, before silence becomes permanent.